So right now we would like to invite our speaker, limited state, and deliver us a very useful section right now. Miss Nguyen Ngọc Bích Hạnh, Head of Consumer Experience of Heineken Vietnam. And the second speaker, Mr. Nguyễn Khoa Hồng Thành, CMO of P&G, and Ms. Vi Phạm, Country Head of Acts of Appier in Vietnam and Thailand. Ms. CORINA, Senior Sales Director of DoubleVerify, and the moderator today, Mr. Nguyễn Tinh Huy, Founder and CEO of HANH.
Hello, my name is Huy. I run a creative agency in Pencil. This is the second year I got the honor to run a panel, and today we're going to talk about data. Data is not new news. I still remember back in 2012 when I worked at Overview Vietnam as Chief Digital Officer. We run around the market trying to sell big data solution. Not much of success, but we started to promote data-driven marketing since then. So it's already 12 years. I had some small talk with each of the speakers today, and we all agree that data is not something new anymore. So when we talk about top data-driven trend for this year, we should talk about how data-driven marketing has been developed in Vietnam, and it's actually quite mature now, and we should talk more about the future. So here we have a panel with two representatives from the brands. We have from Heineken and THANH, CMO from P&G. We also have one representative from measurement platforms and one from app solution platform. So it's quite a diverse point of view. Be prepared for any question you're going to have. I think it will be very valuable. So my first question to all of the speakers, also to introduce about each of you as well. So let's share about you guys and your relationship with data-driven marketing. What do you think? What's your experience on data-driven marketing? Yeah. So starting from Trang first, CORINA, please move this closer here. Yeah. Okay.
Hello, hi everybody. So my name is CORINA. I represent DoubleVerify, a third-party measurement in Vietnam. So as I've been always working in digital marketing, I believe that data is very important, especially nowadays that there's a booming in data. So I think it's one of the most important things is that I believe that we are now able to connect better with consumers using the data. We have access more to be able to offer more personalized experiences. We know consumer better using the data. And as part of our company, basically we are using data to analyze to make sure that whatever advertiser agencies are buying, make sure that it's brand safe, it's viewable, it's in a fraud-free environment. So we make sure that the data it's we provide basically a foundation of media quality.
Thank you, CORINA. And you, Vi?
Hi everyone, hi everybody, thanks for the introduction. My name is Vi and I'm currently handling ad solution in Vietnam. I've been in advertising and also data-driven marketing for 14 years for now. I represent Appier, which is an ad SaaS company. We use AI, artificial intelligence, and so big data in helping brands to operate ad campaign across digital platform. So personally, I like during the journey with Appier, we have been talking a lot about AI and big data, generative AI for now, but recently in my company we start to talk about like super AI and also like how AI and generative AI come into one to help the enterprise become the autonomous enterprise, which is a very exciting future of AI and generative AI for me. So I'm very pleased to be here and also sharing some of my knowledge to everyone. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Han. I'm from Heineken, Vietnam. So I have been in the industry for maybe more than 12 years, and I have dealt with data from that day. But if you talk about the early day, I just deal with data in terms of media buying. But then officially really deep dive into consumer data and how to utilize data to make the consumer experience is stronger and improve the connection with the consumer. It's only just a couple of years recently, but I think that data is a goal in the new digital era. So how we're gonna make use of the goal into money, into volume, into market share is something that we all aim to deliver in recent days. So willing to really today just to sharing from me from my personal point of view, but I would love to learn from all of you also.
Hello everybody, I'm THANH. Maybe a few of you know that I used to be an owner of a digital agency. So and now I moved to the client side to be in charge of marketing for the industry. Today I want to share with you my stupidity. Yes, because when I work at the agency as a digital agency, I thought that all of the clients they don't know about data. So I want to sell, I want to consult our solution. But when I come to retail company like I can see that the data is everywhere, not just in the digital marketing. Digital marketing is a very small part of it. In the everyday operation, even with each department interaction, they all have data. And every decision that every proposal, even every product that we have, an idea, design, or something must be based on data. So maybe in the next question or some of the questions from your side, I will share with you about that's my learning in this topic. Yeah.
Thank you all the speakers. Yeah. I had a small talk with Heineken, and it was quite interesting. He asked a philosophy. He asked about a philosophy in marketing. He asked, actually we are doing marketing as an art, but we are doing the art for the sake of doing art, or we doing the art for the business. So in Vietnamese he asked me, nghệ thuật vị nghệ thuật hay là vị nghệ thuật vị doanh thu. Yeah. So we chat about it, we talk about it, and it's quite like marketers. We actually we are people who into human insights, and we try to find the philosophy behind a brand, the bigger mission of a brand. We are storytellers. Yeah. And data is a vehicle, so we can connect storytelling into business. So my question to all of you is, how do you currently this year, right? So we talk about top 10 this year. So currently, what is the significant impact of data into connecting between the art and the business results in your company and in your solution? Yeah. Yeah. Please, let's start with the consumer experience expert. Yeah.
Okay, so I think I will share the point of view from the FMCG company.
Yeah.
Because as you may know that most of the FMCG company have a challenge in terms of operating model, that we don't own any distribution system. We don't own the store like retail company.
So we don't know who exactly the end consumer. And by relying on the very huge distribution network like that, yes, we can optimize the cost, but we don't know who are our drinker. I don't know whether he's drinking Thai or Heineken. I don't know either he drinking yesterday or drinking last month. I don't know either he's the when you smoke often drinker, or he's just the occasional drinker, or just a lifestyle or a trial. I don't know anything at all. What I got from Kantai and is a panel. But a panel doesn't help me to get close to him and build a connection with him. And the threat become bigger and bigger by the moment that the competitiveness become increasing by more and more product coming to the market. You may hear recently, just 3 years ago, only Heineken and Beer Saigon is a big player in this market. But recently, Casper come in and bring the whole portfolio. Thank you to make the competition even harder. I would love to have the competition. But this is the tipping point that we realize that knowing nothing about consumer makes us become less advantaged, even we are market leader. And if we don't know exactly the consumer data or who are we talking to and how we can understand it better, how we customize our offer, because even something that very much reaching to audience like consumer promotion, you can see that it happen everywhere, every brand. But we can do like a BMW car. You can see recently that Tiger giving out a lot of BMW car, but how we can ensure that the BMW car is the thing that they love most? How many of them like that, and how many of them like a golden tail? We don't know. We do by instinct, and that push us into the situation that the competition and the threat of less competitive advantage of a market leader become big.
Okay, so instead of beside using the panel from the research company, so what are you doing now to help you understand more on your consumers and make business decisions?
One of the bold moves is that we try to convince our management team that we need to collect the transactional data.
Okay.
That's the most interesting thing, but the most challenging thing, because the transactional data only happen at the point of sale, and we don't own any of the point of sale. And if we want to enter the point of sale and get no information, transactional data, we need to get approval from every single outlet owner, from the series owner to the single owner. And you know how many beer outlets in this market? More than 200,000 outlets in this market. And we need to go and convince everyone single outlet owner. How you can imagine that will happen?
Okay.
It's a crazy job and also very huge workload.
Okay.
And if our management team looking at that, the very first challenge is on about the cost efficiency, the return on investment, which not come right now.
Yeah.
It will come in let's say in the next 3 or 5 years. But in this situation, everybody talking about the balance between short term and long term, and maybe short term is the key focus in this field.
Yeah. I think in the FMCG industry, the key problem is still in the gap between sell in and sell out, having transactional data on sales measurement. It seems like something quite principle, but still struggle to track. So let's just ask Anh Thành, the retail company. We witnessed a digital transformation era when P&G actually transforms the whole companies into a data and digital system company. So how are you doing with it now this year? What do you use to connect between the app and the business results?
So we want to talk about digital transformation in B&J and maybe another topics, and I'm not really the one in charge of it as well, because 5-6 years ago with the CEO Tom, Come back to the topic that the philosophy that I share with you about marketing is an art, certain art for the art of itself or the art for the profit. Yeah, nghệ thuật về nghệ thuật hay nghệ thuật về doanh thu. So maybe all of you know that I'm not a real marketer. Yeah, I'm not a real marketer. I'm not good at marketing. But this is a fact. This is a fact. Because everything that I start, I share a lot of hobby like me and serial entrepreneurs. I not make the entertainment advertising. Yeah, we want to make the advertising, the advertisement entertaining. But without a compliment that everything that we want to do is try to get into the customer.
Okay.
And product fit as well. Even everything must be based on data. And for example, some of the cases that you may know when I joined PNJ, like the campaign last year, the IDO campaign, the food and 911. Yeah, the revenue of the daily revenue of that Valentine Day is the highest in the history of the PNJ. So even that I'm sorry that I'm not very fluent in English and express in this way. I have a lot of my idea that I cannot express now. So to sum up, that everything we try to do at the BNJ is that must be focused on the business objective, and all that business objective must be built on the data that we have in the system. Yeah, and all of the entertaining thing, all of the creative thing will build up on that to make our message, to make our sales campaign entertaining to all of the people and convert to the most, the highest number that you can.
Can you tell in details on how we use data on that music campaign with Beautiful and I Do with 911?
For example, that's a very, very long story. But to keep it short in this way, if you know that campaign that we have, in that campaign we have a hero access is another film, a short film. And the MV with Beautiful campaign is just a tactic in that campaign, just a tactic, very, very tactical. But when we launch that, when we run that campaign, we find out the real-time outcome of the clip, and also then the effect of the MV. So at that time we change. We just ignore the hero access and we focus on a tactic, and we invest everything into that tactic. And even you may remember that at first we only have the sponsorship in that MV, but later very spontaneously we decided to host an offline event in Hanoi. That is not in the plan. That is not in the plan. So at that moment, and must be based on the reaction of the real time of the audience in the digital. So when we try to make that decision, and everything just come, all of the revenue, all of the number, it just come naturally. So it's maybe a luck as well. I always share with my team that is a luck. There's a 1,000-year luck that we cannot see every day. Yeah, but the key things that we were watching everything, and we have a right decision to change the focus, and that focus had to bring the revenue, the business income, rather than just focus on the hero asset that deliver the message. Yeah, that's the key thing I want to share.
Thank you. So I imagine that you have a business strategy with very clear customer segmentation, and then
I will share about that. When we, my approach is that we focus on the business strategy first. Our business strategy in Valentine's is that the normal Valentine you just have only rose and chocolate, and we want to make it, we want to change it. We want to have rings as well, as proposal rings. So that is the business objective. And from that business objective, we translate into the marketing strategy. The business strategy, we want to change or move to the marketing strategy, and then move to the communication strategy. But when the market changes, we just like that we refresh, we delete all of the communication strategy. As long as it have to reach the business strategy is the key focus. And this is also the thing that when I work at the agency, I cannot see this. Because at the agency, we only focus on the marketing or the communication strategy only. And we don't know, we don't really know what is the real business objective of that campaign. Or even we know, we don't have the courage to counter propose our client to change something significantly at that time. Yeah. So that is also the case study that I shared with you that, and I want to share with you this way. Because all of the business, the most, to my point of view, the most focus is the business result rather than the communication result. Yeah. Even we start this way and then we end up another way in communication, but we must have the business as the ultimate goal. Yeah. Thank you.
Nghệ thuật vị doanh thu ạ, nghệ thuật vị doanh thu. When I hear the story from anh Thành, the key points I want to make when we talk about this case study is that data is not only to you to plan, to make plans. Data actually you, more importantly, to change the plan. So you know when to change the plan. That's even more important. And what they did was just like choosing the right time, the right data point to see it and change the whole plan. And then they win. So you want to share something about data?
Actually, everyone's point, right? Like about like data and seasonality and how you adapt. I think that's a very valid point because, like for example, in our case, like we are kind of company who is measuring across all the platforms. We see, working with global clients, everything. So we have a lot of data. So what we are trying to do this year, basically, in the last few years, is like how we can use those data to provide more insights, right? Like to our advertiser, to our clients. So basically, we are looking at some, for example, as you mentioned, seasonality, right? Like Valentine's Day, or this year is the year of the elections, right? We are looking at several trends, or we are looking at this year is the year of Olympics as well, right? So how we can use that data, basically, to provide more insights to the advertiser, to the agencies, and all the partners, to help them, help them into building their digital marketing or strategy. So this is like one thing that we are doing, let's say, with the data. And the second point that I mentioned is like about like how data can drive like results. Regarding to this point, basically, we have acquired last year an AI basically like company. Even though DoubleVerify has been using AI for decades into different products like combining like fraud or contextual or brand safety and those kind of things. But last year we are realized that between providing the data and measurement, advertisers and clients also wants to help them to optimize to our outcomes. So I think now we are in this position that we kind of close the loop between okay, we have enough data and how we can use the data to basically optimize. So this is it.
Thank you, Corina. So, as a name of the company, DoubleVerify. So you must have a lot of media data to DoubleVerify the results. Can you share more about the trends in media investment?
So, I would say that this year, with the rising of a lot of data and AI, obviously there are a lot of, I think it will be bad AI and negative AI, and I would say good AI. So in our like recent like global insight report, we have seen that 60% of the.
You want to share the slides now?
I mean, I can talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Em bảo cái cái slide của DoubleVerify. Yeah, you can show some of the data and the
We
numbers.
have done like some, I mean, every year we are coming with like reports, insights, so that's what we try to provide to the client.
This is you. So CORINA also prepare some slide for us, so you can look at some data. Yeah, it's good to have some numbers in the data, the panel about data. Yeah. So yeah, can you share some of the insight, maybe an insight here? Yeah.
So basically what we are seeing in this slide is basically more and more like advertisers, they are like trying to know better the consumer, right? And obviously the first point would be like, oh, if we have like first party data, that would be like the ideal scenario. But maybe not every time you can collect or you can have like enough data, first party data. So what we have seen like across when we are measuring, like across all the platforms, we have seen that the retail media networks, I mean it's very fancy word, but basically the platforms like Grab, like Lazada, Shopee, Amazon, they have like a lot of like first party data. So what we have seen is like why advertisers they are like putting, I would say, more like a strategy into those platforms, like they can leverage their first party data. So there'll be like two types, right? O&O is like owned and operated platforms. So when you advertise like on-site, basically you can leverage. But what we have seen interesting result is that like the viewability on O&O like platform that is lower, which makes sense because if you look at, for example, if you search into Shopee, for example, right? And let's say you want to buy, I don't know, water filter, right? There are like so many different products, right? You might not pay attention to ad and those kind of things. That's why like viewability is low. But once, for example, we have done the research and you have like, let's say, click on a water filter, if you get like an ad relevant to you, which is like water filter, basically the customer will get like more engagement because it's something relevant to me. I'm searching for water filter, I don't want to buy other products. So we have seen that while the viewability is low, the engagement rate is like 183% like higher. So this is like one of the highest, let's say, I would say, channels that we have seen like currently in terms of engagement of the consumer. And that's because they are providing the first party data. So that's one insight. I was talking earlier about generative AI, about perception of AI, right? Like good AI, bad AI. Obviously, bad AI means that, okay, this year, because of many big events are happening, like Olympics or elections, there are a lot of like inflammation, news or disinformation. So this is one of the areas that, AI is able to produce a lot of disinformation like content and those kind of things. We have seen also that AI can produce more fraud. We have seen that the media spend has increased on OTT connected TV platform. So obviously where the money goes, the fraud line will go as well. So we have seen more like fraud scheme. At the same time, when we ask also like marketers, what they think about like AI, we've seen also 60% they say AI it's good. So what AI can do, right? So basically there's a saying, like fight fire with fire. So while like AI is producing fraud, we are also like preventing like fraud with the AI. And yeah, there are like different types of AI. Obviously, we know that AI can drive also like optimization, more like automated optimization scale to the company. So.
Yeah, can I touch on here so we can talk more about AI? Yeah? So AI has been the big word in generative AI in specific. I want to ask all of you, especially to be first. You mentioned about super AI. So we haven't been able to use AI yet, and you now already have the super AI. So we really want to learn more about super AI and the power of super AI.
That's what we have been talking in our community currently, and especially in our hackathon in Taipei. So basically, the concept of super AI is how to make AI and generative AI combine into one. So I believe that most of you already know each the function of each part, AI and generative AI. So in Appier, because we are a SaaS company, we try to provide SaaS solution to make like all the enterprise solution, making easier decision on marketing. So we imagine one day that AI can perform even better human. So in human brain, we are talking about left brain and right brain. So left brain is more on the logic, and on the right side is more on creativity. So AI is more on the left hand side, which is helping to consolidate all the data, analyze the data, providing more prediction, also do have brain and also on the marketer, doing the campaign optimizations, automation to provide the decision during the marketing campaign. At the same time, we are talking about the right hand side, which is generative AI, can also come into providing, generating, initiate more idea, creating the marketing plans, and also adjust the human marketing plan. So we trying to, and even like in the emerging market, it's proven that is plumbing generative AI for now. Everyone talking about it. It is proven that it's having in the emerging country to improve the marketing performance by 30%. Yeah. So that is what we are talking about in our company. But basically, in Vietnam, we because Appier, we are pioneer in AI. AI has been our backbone since last 12 years. So we integrate AI and so big data, first party data, second party data, third party data in one. So most of the time, like for example, my customer, every single time they come to me and they say, "B, I have data here and there from digital, from offline. So how can I unify this data and also making this data into actionable insight?" That is where we can help on the enterprise to unify and also predict the user, customer insight from the big data point. Imagine that one user, they have several devices, and every single day they move around those devices, and also like for all the channel, Facebook, Instagram, on the website and news, right? So how we can unify on those data and make it into the transaction, or like HANH has said, and also ANTHAM, so I mentioned about that, for all the marketer to make the right decision. Yeah. Also another part about super AI is the large language modeling, which is also one of the very interesting topic, and we foresee that it will be applied soon in not only in the world, but also in Southeast Asia as well. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, B. We run out of time, I'm always impressed of time. So only 35 minutes we moved into a topic that is so important like this is not enough at all. So I recommend you to wrap each of these speakers and talk about retail media, talk about super AI, talk about transactional data, and talk about doanh thu, okay? So thank you for listening. Yeah, thank you.
Especially moderator moderators. Very great job today. So we also have a gift for you. Please stand in front of the table. So you can take a grab a picture. Please step forward. So on behalf of MMA, Innovate, we have the flowers and to all speakers today. Thank you. Hold on, we also have special